Hey, what's up, y'all? Marjack79 here. For 9 years now, we have been doing YouTube kind of part-time-ish, somewhat seriously. We have been reviewing action figures all the while. Y'all have seen throughout almost a full decade now me accumulate this wide variety of collection of action figures, from trinkets from Nintendo to PlayStation, to the Power Rangers, to Dragon Ball, to the Ninja Turtles, to Disney, to Star Wars, Marvel, DC, Spider-Man, so on and so forth. Very excited to have shared this experience with y'all. We have come to the end of the year, which since 2019 now, we have been doing a top 10 action figure video. So throughout the course of the year, I have reviewed a slew of action figures, and now comes the time for me to give you my top 10. As you all know, if you've ever seen a top 10 video from me before, this is my own personal opinion. Might be some bias in there. As you all know, I am a huge Dragon Ball fan and a huge Nintendo fan, so you always have to keep that in mind with me specifically. You know, I kind of add some professionalism into it, but like I said, this is my own personal choice when it comes to the aesthetics of the action figure, popularity, and just personal taste. So, okay, that's enough dawdle. So without further ado, let's conduct our top 10 action figures of 2025. Like I said, this is only based off of action figures that I have reviewed this year. So that's my one and only rule. So, okay, let's get started. Number 10, the Jada Toys Ryu. Let me go ahead and be the first to say this easily could have been the Ken or the Chun-Li as well. I am fully much aware that these figures did not come out in 2025, but this was my first time exposure to them in 2025. I bought them from Walmart for retail, $29.99. Got to review them with the articulation and the accessories. Easily for the value, this is the best retail American toy company in the market right now, by far. You know, this is a spitting image of how Ryu appeared in Street Fighter 2, and in my opinion, also in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So to have this representation of this character on my shelf, easily one of the best, actually compared to Storm Collectibles too. I mean, it was an easy addition to make to my collection, man. I'm not even a huge Street Fighter guy, but definitely going through these action figures for sure, you know, I feel like I made the right decision, and it was an easy spot to give to number 10. Number 9, the SH Figuarts son Goku, the lowest Saiyan born since sent to Earth. Very excited about this one here. This is the most accurate facial version of normal Goku that we have ever gotten by far. Even though it's still the 2.0 body, I don't care. Just the face alone, in my opinion, was enough to garner its space on the top figures of the year. Loved every part of this figure. This was the Goku that I fell in love with. This was the Goku that I first met when I first started watching Dragon Ball Z. The Saiyan Saga, I've explained this story numerous times, but the first episode of Dragon Ball Z I ever saw was the Goku versus Vegeta battle, where they had their Kamehameha versus Gallic Gun beam struggle. So I guess a little bit of a biased choice, if I'm being completely honest with myself, but I don't care. It's my list. Goku, lowest born Saiyan is what it is. That's why it takes the number 9 spot. Number 8, the Marvel Legends Gamer vs. Captain America, based off of his appearance from Marvel vs. Capcom. I absolutely love this figure. This is the first classic comic book Captain America that I have ever had in my collection. My love generated for Captain America, not necessarily from the older cartoons or comic books, but definitely from the Marvel Cinematic Universe and his portrayal. So I definitely wanted to take it back to the roots and finally acquire a classic comic book version of this character. And this was the one that I chose to add to my collection, and I'm so happy that I did. I found it on a for sale clearance price. This was regularly like $60. I found the 2-pack with him and Venom for $26. So I essentially paid was half of 26, what, $13 for them. And from the articulation to the aesthetics of the figure, the accessories, this was such a great piece for sure. So happy to finally have this version of Captain America on my shelf, and that is why he makes the number 8 spot. Number 7, the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Daima normal state base Vegeta. this was a spectacular figure to get into my collection. This is easily the best normal state released Vegeta that we have ever received from just any version of SH Figure Arts, Dragon Stars, anything whatsoever. Just for the simple fact that he's actually skinny. You know, obviously when Vegeta turns into a Super Saiyan, his muscle mass increases from Super Saiyan to the different states of the Super Saiyan form. So that the base of the fact that he's actually skinny in his base form and this normal Daima appearance here, that was enough for me to drop the 35 bucks to go ahead and add him to my collection. And then once you add on the articulation and the aesthetics of the figure, if you've seen that review, you know about the Vegeta cakes he's got going on back there. It was an easy choice to add to the collection for sure. Very proud to add this to the top 10 list for sure. Number 6, McFarlane Mortal Kombat Classic Deluxe Sub-Zero. Oh my God, a McFarlane figure actually made the top 10. Hell has finally frozen over. You know, my channel, man, I have had some hell on high waters messing with McFarlane action figure line, but messing with the Mortal Kombat line has definitely been 90% positive, that is for sure. And the Deluxe Sub-Zero Melina 2-pack definitely put a smile on my face. 10 times over 1,000% that accessories that it comes with. As you can see, the Ice Blast, the frozen skull with the spinal cord, it just makes me happy, man. Definitely takes me back to my childhood. Definitely helps out that the articulation is absolutely fantastic. The posability is fantastic as well. Comes with stands, comes with a stage. Price point was spot on, exactly where it needed to be. An easy choice to put on my top 10. Could have been a number of any of the ninja characters, if I'm being completely honest, but I went with the Sub-Zero because this is the deluxe version that comes with all of the accessories. So very, very happy to add this figure to the list. That brings us to number 5, the SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball Daima Super Saiyan 4 Son Goku Mini. I was very excited to get this figure in. This is probably my most anticipated figure for the year. A little bit biased, as y'all know, I'm a serious Dragon Ball collector. So having the Super Saiyan 4 form become a canon for the manga was definitely a dream come true for me personally. Also with the aesthetics of the figure, this is the 4th mini Dragon Ball Daima figure that I have reviewed. Definitely by far the best in my opinion, at least out of the ones that I have reviewed, from the articulation to the aesthetics of the hair pieces, the face plates, and of course the accessories. It was an obvious must buy for any serious Dragon Ball collector, so that is why it easily takes the number 5 spot. Number 4, the SH Figure Arts Son Goku The Cell Games Begins, essentially the 4.0 Goku. I already know what some of y'all are thinking. Did he put 3 Gokus on his top 10 list? That's right, I did. Is that a problem? I told you, it's my list, man. If you don't like it, make your own. But aside from it being another Goku, I mean, from the aesthetics and the update to the previous Super Saiyan Goku that SH Figure Arts released, it was astoundingly better in every single way. Maybe, I know some people had some issues with the legs, but every Figure Arts Goku I've ever reviewed has had ugly legs. I mean, it just has, man. So it is what it is. But from the face sculpts to the improved articulation to be able to get out that perfect Kamehameha pose, to the hair stands and the shading on the figure itself as well, that pumped up chest. I enjoyed this figure in every way, man. And I'm very happy to have this figure in my collection, truly. And it was an easy spot for number 4 for me personally. Number 3, the Marvel Legends Game Reverse Psylocke that came in the 2-pack with the Thanos. This is probably the one on my list where I'd be shocked if the vast majority of action figure reviewers, at least ones that review a ton of Marvel Legends, don't have on their list. This figure was basically perfect from start to finish, man. I got lucky throughout the time where it was just impossible to find on the shelf. I went into a Target and just looked up and found it. Like the only one left, so we brought it home and reviewed it. It ended up being easily one of the best X-Men figures I've ever reviewed. Very happy to have it in my collection now. I'm not a huge fan of the character specifically, but definitely this is one from an action figure reviewer perspective. I could definitely understand from the articulation, from the accessories, from the face sculpts, from the hair coloring to the color schemes as well. From an action figure reviewer perspective, I can see why it's so highly sought out after. It doesn't even look like a Marvel Legends. I mean, this is on like Figure Arts, you know, Figma territory, if I'm being completely honest. So that's why it easily takes the number 3 spot. Number 2, PlayStation's Astrobot from the brand PlayStation. It's probably going to be a bit of a controversial pick as well for some folks. A lot of people probably not even going to consider this guy an action figure, but if you played the game Astrobot, this is literally a perfect representation of the articulation of the actual little robot Astrobot that you play as in the game. From the little accessories that he comes with here, from the articulation, from just how the figure looks. I mean, dude, this was perfect. I could not have asked for a better representation of Astrobot. Only way they could have made it better is if he was electronic and his little face like glowed in the dark or whatnot. But just from the stand that he comes with to have it float in the air like you're seeing, I mean, this was perfection for me. This only just gets barely edged out from the number 1 spot, if I'm being completely honest. But of course, with Astrobot winning Game of the Year in 2024 and to have this representation of the character on myself in 2025, very, very happy camper for sure. Definitely happy to have it in my collection, and it very well earns the number 2 spot for sure. Honorable mention 1, we have the Marvel Legends Spider-Man 2 Black Cat Felicia. I was very happy to get this figure in. This was such a fun figure to review. She didn't really do anything new that I haven't seen before. She was just a beautiful piece to look at with the face sculpts, the body structure, and the little portal accessory that she comes with. I was just happy. I had nothing bad to say about this figure at all whatsoever. Very well articulated and easy to pose around too, as you can see. So easy piece to put onto the list. Just not quite good enough to make it to the top 10, but absolutely good enough to mention as an honorable mention. Say that 5 times fast. She's good enough to mention as an honorable mention. Honorable mention 2, we have the Super Saiyan Shadow. Supersonic Sated Hedgehog. The only reason that this one doesn't make the top 10 list is because it just came out too late. If it would have came out in the same year as the year of Sonic, it absolutely would have made the list. But I think I put the Sonic and Shadow on the top 10 list last year. So I don't know how it felt kind of weird to put literally the same figure on the list this year as well. So, but at the very least, he can be an honorable mention for sure. This figure was perfect from Jack specific. It only cost $15 from the articulation to the paint apps to the eyes, as you can see there. It came out great, man. It really did. So it took an honorable mention spot. Okay, without further ado, drum roll please for our best figure of 2025. Let's get to it. Number 1, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Link, the deluxe version from Figma. This is the definition of perfection when it comes to action figures. Even at $150, the aesthetics of this figure, the accessories that he comes with, the articulation, is easily the best Link figure that I have ever had in my collection. And let me tell you, I have had quite a few. A lot of people were kind of mad that his height didn't match up with the previous Figma Links, but honestly, I didn't care. I feel like they had to grade scale him up to be able to fit all of the proper accessories onto the figure. The Master Sword and the Helium Shield has never been easier to place on his back. It comes with the Helium Cape there. This is not even all the accessories that he comes with. This is just what is technically just posed on my shelf right now, but the other accessories are scattered around for sure. The Zelda and the Ganondorf are perfect complementations with the figure as well. I have the Zelda. I still need to acquire the Ganondorf. I will get him eventually when the funds are correct, but I am so happy to have this figure in my collection. I'm very hard pressed to see if this Link figure from an aesthetic standpoint is ever topped for sure. Might not be everybody's personal favorite Link from a video game standpoint. Everybody has their own favorite Link, from Ocarina of Time to Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, so on and so forth. But from an action figure perspective, this is easily the best Link figure that we have ever seen possible. My opinion, of course, but I'd be very hard-pressed to see anybody disagree with that. And that, my friends, is going to wrap it up for our top 10 action figures for 2025. Man, oh man, how long am I going to keep doing this? As long as I'm still having fun, and as long as y'all keep watching, man, that's how long. So very, very happy with my selection of top 10 this year. Look at that. I know a lot of people are going to laugh at these 3 Gokus in there, but like I said, I don't care, man. It's my list. That's gonna do it, man. So as always, thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for rocking with me for so long. 66,000 subscribers. I can't even tell you how just grateful I am for the support that I have gained from this channel over the years, especially at 40 million views. I think my channel is at. That's absurd. That's insane. Can't even fathom. I'm just a dude from Kentucky that likes talking about action figures, likes talking about movies. I go to Comic Cons and I go to Disney World. I'm a simple boy, man. I promise I am. Maybe it's my personality. I don't know. But whatever it is, I'm definitely grateful and thankful for the support that I have gotten here, man. Truly, I really am. So, okay, if you like what we're doing here, if you want to see more content just like this going into 2026, you know what to do. Get subscribed, man. You can follow me at youtube.com/smartjack79. Don't forget, I'm also on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. You can catch my content there as well. As always, I love you guys. Thank you for the support, and I will see y'all on the next one. I don't know if this is my final video for 2025, unless something crazy happens. This probably will be the last one. So if not, Happy New Year. Hopefully everybody had a Merry Christmas. So Happy New Year, and I will see y'all in 2026. Alrighty, my friends. I'll catch y'all later. Bye.